We all have chatter in our heads that just never stops. And it doesn't matter if you're 17 or 71. These are stories that we tell ourselves. And some stories are positive that help us reach great heights, and other stories not so much. These other stories make us paint a picture of fear, of disappointment, of unworthiness, of stress. But the point is, we all have a story. What's your story? What stories are you telling yourself? If this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm Pedro Hernandez, and welcome to the MindFlex Minute, where we touch on things to condition our mindset in order to live better and greater lives. Our stories are made up of ideas that we collect from our environment, like the people that we associate ourselves with and the things that we expose ourselves to, like TV and social media. It is said that our behavior is influenced most by the 5 people closest to us in our lives. If you stop and think about it, is that true for you? Let's start breaking down some of the stories that we tell ourselves. Let's start with your body. What do you tell yourself about your body? Do you focus on the extra few pounds that you have, or the six-pack that you've always wanted to get forever ago? Or do you focus on being grateful for your health? What about your finances? Do you worry about not having enough finances or the lack of finances? Are you worried about losing what you have? Or maybe you're wondering if you're ever going to really make it and have enough. What about your relationships? What story are you telling yourself about your relationship? Will you ever find someone that loves you and makes you feel wanted? Will you always have to compromise in order to keep the peace for peace sake? Now, we tell ourselves stories about every area in our lives, and it doesn't matter the season that we're in. I know that at 12, my story was trying to fit in with others. At 22, my story was trying to see if I would ever find a girlfriend. At 32, was comparing myself to others in their careers because I felt that I had not made it as far as they had. What about you? What stories are you telling yourself? Because the story that we tell ourselves shape the behaviors that we do every single day. Can you see how it doesn't really matter what stage of life we're really in, we're always going to have a story. Now, unfortunately, most times that story will be focusing on the lack, on the things that we need or the things that we don't feel happy with. The good news is, though, that if we spend more time on getting to know ourselves from within, that information can transform the stories that we tell ourselves. So today, go through every area of your life and identify the story that you're telling yourself and ask yourself, is this a good story? Does the story need a little bit rewriting or tweaking? Or do I need to completely start over and tell myself a completely new, different story? Make each story fit into how you want your book of life to be. Do you want a beautiful fairy tale? Do you want a thriller? Do you want a rom-com? Do you want a tragedy? The point is, the pen is in your hands. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, if you found this video helpful, please share it with other people.